Do you know that feeling when you just don't feel like doing anything during cancer therapy, not even sex? Yeah, or are you with someone who is currently undergoing cancer treatment? And you notice that closeness and intimacy have become difficult. And you just don't know how to deal with it. You're not alone in this, because it's true, cancer therapy can at least temporarily have a very direct impact on sexual feelings or experiences, for girls just as much as for boys. So there are good reasons not to feel like having sex right now. And it's good to be really aware of that too. Because the fact is, cancer and the associated treatment are an extreme strain on the body. Because pain, nausea, exhaustion, these are all real mood killers. And anyone who's ever been really sick knows that when you feel truly miserable, you just want to crawl away, and sometimes not be touched at all. And sometimes the worries and fears during a cancer illness also simply leave no room for sexual needs. And you need actually all your strength to cope with the illness. And last but not least, there are of course the external side effects that go along with cancer therapy. Hair loss, skin problems, weight fluctuations. You don't just feel sick, you also look different. So maybe that makes you feel insecure towards your boyfriend or girlfriend sometimes. And what shouldn't be forgotten is that some therapies also lead to a hormone deficiency. And you might notice that through a decrease in sexual desire, or through erectile dysfunction in boys or vaginal dryness in girls. In most cases, however, the hormone balance returns to normal after therapy. And if not, you can do something about it during cancer therapy or afterwards. We will also talk more about that in our video on the topic of hormone replacement therapy. And now that we've talked about the many different reasons why there can be phases in your life where sex is simply a zero priority for you, it should be clear that it's completely understandable if you feel that way. But now you might still be wondering what you or you as a couple can do that would be good for both of you. Well, one first thing we recommend that can really help is to lower expectations. Life, and also relationship life, happens in phases. And there are different topics that occupy us. Sometimes sex plays a role in that, and sometimes not so much. And both is totally fine. And even two people in a relationship rarely have the same desire for sex. So if you look at it as something normal, that can already take off a lot of pressure. What's also important is that many people only think of intercourse when they hear the word sex. But sex is actually much more than that. People live and experience intimacy in very different ways. Maybe you can experiment a little bit as a couple. There are many ways to feel close to each other in a relationship. Because intimacy often develops between two people in the quieter moments. Like an intense look, a gentle touch, a sincere compliment. Many small things in everyday life can connect two people, if the focus isn't solely on sex. Thinking of small gestures, surprising each other, sharing favorite music or stories, these are all things that can create closeness. But maybe you should first find out what would be good for you right now. Yeah. Find out what you long for, or if there's something that's making you feel insecure. Sometimes it's good to write these things down for yourself first. Yeah. And once you know, then you could tell your boyfriend or girlfriend about it. Or you can write in a letter what's difficult for you and what you wish for. It probably helps most to just speak things out. Yeah, instead of mulling them over endlessly. Because only then does it reach the other person, and you can talk about it. Especially in difficult times, this mutual trust is important. Knowing that you can be open with each other. Even when it comes to insecurities or changing needs, that also means feeling safe with the other person and being there for each other. So maybe it will already help a lot if you just listen to yourself and realize for yourself what you need and feel right now. And it might be much easier then to share these thoughts with your partner. Or maybe you can forward this video to him or her if you feel a little bit speechless about the topic yourself. Because talking to each other is often the first and most important step to change something for the better in a relationship, if needed. And if you feel you need more support, alone or as a couple, you can always contact the clinic's psychosocial team. They also have tips how to start a conversation on difficult topics. Another option are also counseling centers where you can get help and answers. This usually works anonymously and free of charge. They advise you on all topics related to love, sexuality, and partnership. Also in connection with cancer, your psychosocial team can also help to find the right support.